How are you?
Good, man. Good. How you doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad. It's Friday,
Friday,
so
man.
that's
I
like
don't even notice what day it is anymore, to be honest with you. I really don't. I always have to look at my phone. I'm like, oh, okay.
that's why I'm reminding you. It's Friday.
There you go. That's why I need you.
What's going on, fellas? Good to see you. You both doing good?
Doing good. Doing good.
Doing
No
good.
complaints.
Well, good. This is the VIP daily Q&A. So if you're out there in the VIP and you want to join in, you know how. You're welcome to. We are going to role play here briefly, or here shortly. I mean, answer any questions you have as well. But Bob Vieira is with us right now. So what's going on, Bob? You got a slideshow for us, don't you?
Got a little slideshow. Threw it together quick just to paint a picture, a little case study.
Can you show that to us, or do I need to show it?
I think the host has to. Yeah, I don't think I have the capabilities to. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
You can give him access to be a co-host.
Are you on a mobile device?
No.
You're on a laptop?
On a laptop, yeah, a laptop.
Yeah, okay. Move your cursor, and there's a green button in the middle. It says share screen.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so I can pull it up on my end and then just share the screen.
Boom.
There you go.
You got it. And this is about short sales, guys. Bob is our resident expert in the VIP club here, which you can find out more about VIP club at realestatewholesalersclub.com. But Bob is our resident VIP short sale expert. So he's involved in a lot of other groups and stuff too, but he's like special to us because working short sales, it's kind of like a whole other thing. You know, be honest with you, I've never done one. Okay. I'm a wholesaler. I love to do assignments. I love to do lease options. I love to do joint venturing and things like that. But short sales, it's like a whole other technique strategy that I've never developed and learned. And I've heard that it's very time consuming too. So Bob, he's got a solution for us where we partner up with Bob to do these deals when you run across these leads. And I asked Bob to bring in a case study, show us one, for example, tell us about it. So that's what he did. Pretty exciting.
Can you guys see that?
I see it.
Cool. Yeah, so this is really brief. Like Justin said, it's just a case study of one of the deals we did with our wholesalers. Really, that's all it is. 1412 Shetland Road in Aubrey, town in Texas. It's like right outside of Dallas. It's like the Dallas metro. It was a 4.2, 2,000 square foot, owner occupied, decent shape. I think it needed some cosmetic repairs, if I recall. Here's the important part here. You guys can hear me okay, right? Everybody can hear me? Okay. The mortgage balance was $350K, but the as-is value of the house was $285. So the home was underwater, right? And that information came directly from the wholesaler, when he was talking to the lead. It was a super motivated seller, but the wholesaler was getting information. That's the information he got. They owed $350. Yeah, go ahead.
They got underwater like that because of being behind and default and the fees and the, penalties and interest and.
Yep. And plus, a lot of people refi too. Some people will refi when the rates are real low, maybe 5 years, five or 6 years past. And then, that eats up a lot of your equity. So if anything bad happens, this is the situation you could end up in.
I see.
So the wholesaler, Harith Hadi, I'm probably butchering his name, but really nice guy. He's out of the Texas area. One of the wholesalers sends me lots of leads. Harith realized that there were the two factors that he noticed that I talk about all the time. I make videos, post them on Justin's channel all the time. Property was underwater, which
so this was a super nice house too, though, right?
It was definitely nicer. It was definitely
would you say it was a 4.2?
It was a 4.2, 2,000 square feet.
Yeah.
It was a pretty nice house. It needed some cosmetic stuff, but yeah.
Okay.
So, like I said before, underwater. They owed around $350. It was worth $285, and they were behind on their payments. The husband and the wife, they were behind on their payments. So those two factors, ding, 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 short sale. He noticed it right away, and he just put us in contact. And then he just kind of got out of the way, and it was that easy. I had a friendly conversation with the seller, answered their short sale questions, explained how it worked, and then really I just gave them the knowledge, and they just made up a decision on whether or not a short sale was right for them. Never any sales tactics, just give them info, and then it's totally up to them. And they decided they wanted to do it. And then as far as the wholesaler is concerned, he literally had to do zero work. Set him up on our short sale tracking spreadsheet, which I just shared with him. And he literally just checked the updates when he wanted to. It tells you exactly where the property is throughout the process of a short sale. And, Harith was able to just carry on in his wholesaling business, ignore me and what the hell I was doing. And boom, his Venmo, $500 just showed up in his Venmo. And, that's it. It's just really that easy. He literally did zero work.
So how do we end up as wholesalers out here watching anywhere we may be watching today? How do we end up on the USS short sale tracking sheet?
USS short sale. As soon as you send me a lead, so you're actually on one, Justin. I shared one with you,
Okay.
for like the affiliate stuff. It's the same thing. It's even more simplistic. The first lead you send us, once we convert a lead, the very next step in the system is to just hook you up right on the spreadsheet.
Oh, okay.
So
I see.
yeah, you'll get one really when you have a lead, and then that just stays shared with you. So then any other leads you send in, it just gets automatically uploaded onto it.
So I got one cooking right now somewhere.
Oh.
Do what?
I can't say.
You said I'm on one? That's funny. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you. I'm trying to X out of this. Is this good with everyone? I could X out of this, right?
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions? You need to get over there to universalshortsales.com. That's what's up. Universalshortsales.com and get signed up with him. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. And there's a little booklet that you need to get. It's like 6 pages long, I think.
Yep.
And it's got all the information in it on how you basically what you need to know to talk to the seller to get the information to pass it on to Bob. Then you do nothing. You wait while Bob does all the work. Okay.
Yeah. I slave away for your money.
It's like taking a pleasure cruise on the USS short sale.
I like that. That actually might be my slogan.
With Captain Bob.
Oh, that's hilarious. My logo will be me with a captain hat on.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, that's catchy.
Yeah. Keep in mind, guys, too, like these are dead leads. I don't want any of your leads that you're going to make money off of and wholesale. You guys do your thing, run your business. I'm just a resource for you for your leads where there's no equity for you to profit from. Leads you're just going to throw out anyway. That's it.
Right.
Yeah. So like for example, what you were showing us there, what'd you say the ARV was 285 and they were like 350 something or whatever? It was some crazy difference.
Yeah. So they owed 380 and I put 380 plus or 350 plus because it was actually a little bit more than that. And then the house was worth like 285. You can't do anything with that's a dead lead. That's a dead lead. So
yeah, and it's in default.
And it's in default. So and like besides the easy money you'll make, it's nice to help the sellers. You know what I mean? Instead of just saying sorry, I can't help you. It's nice to give them an option. That's all.
They didn't have any equity on it?
Zero equity. Yeah. Underwater.
Yeah.
Literally negative equity. So
how do people end up in these situations though?
Several reasons. Retail buyers could purchase a property that they think is market value because their listing agent got excited and told them it's market value, but it's not. You could overpay. FHA loans are a big issue because you only put 3.5% down. So let's say you buy a house FHA and you put 3.5 down. you have very little equity. You have very little, you have a small margin of error for that property. You know what I'm saying? Instead of putting 20% down, you have a big window. 3.5% down. If your market shifts the slightest bit, you know, your equity's gone. So people refinance, eat up their equity. There's just a million reasons.
It's a mean world out there, guys, and it's a slippery slope once you get on it.
That's it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I've done many short sales, I God bless you if you like doing it.
Yeah.
You must have a good team. I have one right now. You know, in one of the cases was a probate, and then they had a reverse mortgage.
Okay.
So almost the same scenario, 350 first, and it was like we just did 265 is what they came. We've been working on this for a year.
Okay.
At what stage? Because I'd rather give it. I don't really particularly care for the short sale girl in California.
Yeah.
And so, at what stage can you get involved? Say if there's a pre-foreclosure, and like we said, you can't save it. They've got some equity there, or maybe they don't have equity. But what stage can you do it? Can you do 30 days out from the foreclosure? Can you stall it? It depends on the lender, or how do you do it?
All depends on the lender, but I will say if it's within 37 days, like the general rule is within 37 days of the auction date, the lender by law doesn't have to consider them for a short sale. That's what makes it tough. So like if it was like 38, 39 days out.
And further?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Exactly.
Okay.
So there's still something you could do. Like I'm thinking about one in Philly. I think it was last year, at the beginning of this year. I don't remember. That one was like 2 weeks out. And, you know, we still got it done. So it definitely matters on the motivation of the lender. You could try to save it. So,
right.
You know, it depends. It's case by case.
Let me get your contact. I'll send some your way then.
Yeah.
I register with, yeah. Okay.
All right, cool.
What's your turn time typically on short sales?
Average 3 to 5 months, but it varies so widely. It depends on how many mortgages there are, how cooperative the seller is. There's just a million factors. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
You got it. I'll get your email after this.
UniversalShortSales.com.
Okay.
Bob Vieira. I'll put the contact information in the description of the video, so on and so forth, after we wrap up here. Since we are live, this is the VIP Club. We meet practically every day. Bob is our resident short sale expert. So if you've got questions and you're in the VIP Club, feel free to ask those questions too and tag Bob. And he'll communicate with you. He'll answer your questions. He'll help you. It's a pretty cool setup that he has. All 50 states, right, Bob? All 50 states.
Yep.
Even Alaska and Hawaii. What about Guam? I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
Okay. Bob, thank you for visiting with us, man. We'll see you next week, dude.
Okay. Thanks for having me. See you guys. Have a great weekend.
Thanks.
All right, later.
UniversalShortSales.com, everybody. Hey, let's real quick. I want to remind you, Wednesday night, we got 15 minutes, 15 minutes of accountability. You guys get those scoreboards out, get those tracker sheets out, and keep track of some of your activity. Okay, are you hitting the target numbers? There it is, right there. Are you hitting the target numbers on texting or ringless voicemail or whatever your chosen technique is? Are you hitting those target numbers? Remember, you want to shoot for about 500 a week going out. Okay. That's a minimum. That's going to give you 1 to 2 deals a month, maybe 3 if you're pretty good at the phone. Okay. And you're having a good month.
Hey, Justin.
1 to 2. Yeah. What's up, Mac? So Wednesday night, be ready. We want to find out how you did, how you're doing, what your ups and downs are. What's up, Mac?
No, I just want you to, if you can go over the sheet a little bit, monthly revenue goal. This is how much I wanna end up with, like 5,000 or 10,000, right?
Yep. Let me pull it up for you.
Yeah.
And then we'll take a real quick look at it, and then we'll do some role play real quick.
Because I actually printed out, but I was like, let me ask Justin a little bit about these numbers.
Yeah, I saw you printed it out, and that's kind of what I have to do too, because I'm more of a, I guess, what do they call it? Kinesthetic, or like it feels good in my hands. Like I have to feel it and
Yeah.
see it.
You're a kinesthetic guy.
Yeah, I have to see it and feel it in order to understand it. And so let me share screens with you here and show you exactly what he's talking about. We'll take a quick overview of it. This is in, if you want to find it, it is in the lease options. It's the outsourced lease options 2.0 course. In the how to have endless leads. Okay. On the day that you don't have leads, are you self-employed or are you unemployed? It could be argued you're unemployed because you have no prospects. So having leads on a consistent basis is vital. Okay, consistent is the operative word. Every week I do the same routine and I produce leads. There are only two ways to have leads, either not enough or too many. You're never going to have the right amount. So you always want to have more leads than you can call, and stop beating yourself up for having more leads than you called. That's part of the program. Okay. Now let's take a look at it. Monthly revenue goal. Most people want to make 10K. All right. But you could get in here and you could click this and change it. Okay. And it'll change some of these other numbers as well, because it's kind of built like a formula. So your average profit per deal, 10K. Number of deals, it says 2. Okay. That's because you may have one that gets squirrely on you and it falls away. It's always good to have a couple deals working in your pipeline instead of just all your eggs in one basket. I prefer, if you saw my personal sheet, it would say that I need at least 5. Okay. I love to have 5 things in the pipe at all times. That way I know I've got a good, strong monthly revenue coming in, even if a couple flake out. And it's happened before.
Those leads are the number of deals are. Oh, okay. I see. It's the deals that you closed already.
No, the average number of leads per deal. In other words, how many leads does it take for me to get a deal?
Okay.
About 30 leads if you're good at the phone, if you know what you're doing. And we're going to practice that here in a minute. About 30 leads, you should be able to get a deal going in the pipeline here. Okay, so that means if you want 2 deals in the pipeline this month, you're going to have number of leads per month. You're going to have at least 60 leads this month. How many leads each week? That means you got to have at least 15 leads in a week to hit 60 in a month. How many leads per day? That's about 3 a day. All right. I like to have a minimum of 5. That's why I marked that way. Okay. Let's look at what this means. Activity level. If you scroll down a little bit, that means SMS text. Your daily goal is, no, this is wrong. Your daily goal is 100. Okay. I don't know how this got changed, but it did. So your SMS text goal is 100 a day. That's how you're going to end up with 60 leads. That's how you're going to get 15 leads this week, is by doing 100 a day. All right. So you can either do 500 all at once, or you can do 100 every day for 5 days. Okay. You could also do some Facebook Marketplace messages. Okay. You could do some cold calls. Okay. What is your activity level? Okay. You need to be doing some activity levels and market it down here. That's how it got changed. I guess I was in here giving an example of how you could change these. All right. Talk to sellers. All right. You want to talk to 3 to 5 a day. That's somewhere between 15 to 25 a week. Of course, that makes sense because you got 15 to 25 leads. You want to make 1 offer a day if you can.
For this type of campaign, how much money are we pumping into this?
Great question. On automated REI, you're going to be putting in less than $100 this month on that, that entire month.
Okay. 100K.
Does that make sense, guys? So you want to set your target numbers at about 500 texts going out each week if you want to have success with a deal this month.
Okay.
And you're going to talk to a lot of people that still say no. Remember, you get 30 leads for every deal that you find. There's about 30 leads you got to wade through. Well, that might take you 2 or 3 weeks. It might take you a month. But you also got to remember too, that's 30 leads and only one worked out. So that means 29 people still didn't fit, or they told you no, or they hung up on you or something. And these are pretty warm leads. They said, yeah, let's talk. Okay. It still happens. Okay. So this is not like, hey, you run the text machine. They sent back a message and said, yeah, I'm interested. And then you just called them up and took the order. You know what I mean? By being an order taker. Okay, there are salespeople and then there are order takers, right? Most salespeople are order takers, or they want to be order takers. But the reality is that we don't really have that luxury. We have to talk to people in the right way. You know, we have to, we have to ask the right questions, I guess is what I'm getting at. Ask the right questions. So I want to show that I'll have to find it again on my computer. I don't know where I put it, but I want to show the guts formula. You know, that sheet that we've been using, and then let's role play, guys. Let's role play this conversation. Anybody want to role play today? Anybody want to volunteer to join in and participate?
I'll do it.
Who wants to play today? Mag does. Okay.
I'll play, Justin.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get started with that. Since you guys are both willing to go. Joe and Mag, who wants to be the homeowner and who wants to be the caller?
I'm sorry, I was getting a call. I didn't catch that. What'd you say?
I said, who wants to be the homeowner and who wants to be the caller?
I'll be the caller.
All right.
Okay.
I'll be the homeowner.
Okay. Let's do this. Let me pull this up here. I've just about got it loaded up, guys. This is the formula that we use. And then I'll share screens with you, so it'll be a little cheat sheet for you. Okay. All right. Does this ring a bell with you? We've been using this as a cheat sheet for the last few weeks. This comes from our Mastering the Phone 2.0 course that we just put together here with the VIP Club as an exclusive event. Always set the agenda. Remember, roadmap, get permission to ask questions, and give them permission to fire you. Hey, my name's Justin. Is this the owner of 123 Apple Cart? It is. Okay, great. I saw your property online. It looked pretty interesting to me. I'm an investor. I want to buy something today, maybe even. I wanted to ask you a few questions, let you ask me a few questions. And if it's not a good fit, you can tell me no, you can fire me. Does that sound okay? That's the agenda. Okay. Then the 4 questions that you must ask in order to qualify or disqualify this homeowner lead is why do they want to sell? Okay. Now, you also want to move on from that. You probably have to turn the screw a little bit because they're going to give you a surface level answer. Why do you want to sell? Oh, well, it's just time. It's just time to sell. Me and the wife decided. Oh, okay, great. That's a bullshit answer. That is not a clear answer at all. Okay. Why do you want to sell? Oh, well, it's just time. Okay. Oh, it's just time. How long have you lived there? See, I got to turn the screw a little bit. Well, we've lived there 8 years. Well, you lived there 8 years. It sounds like home. Why would you want to leave now? Why not live there another 8 years? Well, it's the wife got transferred at her job. Now, see, now I'm starting to get a little more of the truth. Okay, so you got to turn the screw a little bit. Then I'm going to ask the money question. How much money do you think this property is worth? And what are you asking for? What do you have to have? All right. Then timing. How much on timing? Are we looking to sell something, do something today? I'm kind of in a hurry. I want to do something today myself. You wouldn't want to do anything quick like that, would you? I mean, you're looking to do something next month or next year, maybe, right? No, I want to do something today. Oh, okay, great. Okay. Are you the only person, number 4, commitment? Are you the only person that's the decision maker here? Can you make the commitment, or is there a couple other people that you need to talk to, or your wife on the deed, or how's this work? If I were to make you a great offer today that you wanted to accept, what would happen next? I need to know this. He might just be one of those people who wants to string me around forever and ever. Okay. If I fail to ask these 4 questions, then I really cannot put him on a scale of 1 to 10. And you see that right up here. Seller's motivation, scale of 1 to 10. 6 through 10 is high. 1 through 4 is low. I'll probably get off the phone with those. 6 through 10, I'm up there trying to close the deal. Okay. I'm moving into the closing section where I'm going to recap with their story. I'm going to offer to solve and satisfy and ask them if we can do business. That's about it. Okay, guys, action.
All right, hey, Justin, real quick, I was getting a call. Do we have a scenario it's supposed to be working, or just go shoot from the hip?
Just make one up on the fly, Joe.
Okay, I got it. All right.
All right, ring, ring. You're the caller, Mag.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Is this Joe?
Yeah, this is. Who's this?
Hey Joe, how you doing? This is Mag. I am an investor, and are you selling the property at your home, 123 Main Street?
Yeah, Mag, I am, but don't tell me you're going to be another one of these investors who are going to lowball me, because I've been getting a ton of those phone calls. So if that's the case, then I'm not interested.
Oh my God, really? No, definitely not. You know, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the house, ask you a few questions, and you know, if and let you ask me a few questions, and let's say if you don't think it's a good fit, you know, you can fire me.
Hey, that's the best news I've heard all day, Mag. Let's see what you got.
All right, man.
Great job on the agenda, Mag. Great job.
Yeah,
All right.
perfect.
So let me ask you what. So why are you looking to sell your home?
Me and the wife, we're looking to downsize. You know, just been here a while, just ready for something new.
Wow. How long have you been there?
12 years.
12 years. That's amazing, man. Yeah, I can understand. I have a few friends that have houses for a long time. And so so you're looking to downsize, and how fast are you looking to sell this?
Just, you know, we just put it on the market and see what we can get. I mean, I'm not in a huge hurry, but you know, like I said, we'd like, you know, we've got all the kids out of the house, and now we just want to try to find something that's small, maybe, you know, move closer to one of my grandkids, see them close, you know, more. So that's about it.
I see. And you know, what are you asking on the home?
250.
250? Okay, I see. And what is the lowest that would you take?
Well, like I said, probably 249.5. I'm not really interested. I mean, I'm pretty firm on my price. I mean, like I said, not
Yeah.
a big hurry, but if the right situation came along, it's something, you know, so.
You broke up a little bit. What'd you say at the last?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I said, you know, we're firm on the price, you know, but if I got the right situation, it's something I would consider. But, you know, I'm pretty firm on the 250.
Definitely, I understand that. So let me ask you, what would you do if you would not sell it for this price?
I would just, you know, we'd stay here until, you know, till we got the right offer. You know, I might consider renting it if we found the right place for us to move into. might be an option. I really don't want to rent because you know what happens. Renters come in and tear the crap up, and next thing you know it, you're doing repairs and cleaning toilets, and that's not really what I'm into.
Right. And how much is the house that you're looking for to downsize?
Well, I don't know. I haven't found it yet, but I mean, like I said, you know,
So
we want to keep it a little bit smaller than what we have. Right.
lower than what you have. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
If you would have give a number for that, how much would it be?
What difference does it make what I'm looking for? You got something for me, or because, like I said, I'm just trying to sell this house right now. So.
Yeah, because I help homeowners as well. Maybe
Oh, okay.
I have something that could fit you, but and then would help you out a little bit on that. But I was just
Oh,
trying to get a gauge of that.
yeah, I was looking for to spend about 180 to 200 on another house somewhere in that neighborhood.
All right,
Depending on how much I can get out of this one.
all right, I see. All right. I have a few options here. For us um to work on. Would it be okay? I know you said that you don't want to get a low offer, for this house, and I do not want to offend you, giving you any low ball offers because I know you have. I heard you saying that you got low ball offers from multiple investors. So what I can do here, it's I can have your house. Um, I can have one of my tenants rent your house for like a 24-month commitment, and then they would buy that at the end of the term. And I would actually be able to give you a down payment with that as well. And I would take care of all the issues that you have on the home while this time, throughout this time. What would you say about that?
And how much are you going to give me for my house? And how
So
much down?
Let's time out for a second, Meg. You're doing really good, man. I know. I think this is your first. I think this is your first time with us, right? Doing a role play.
yeah, second time.
Second time. Pretty new with us, man. So I
Quite
didn't
a
know.
bit.
I didn't know if you were familiar with me interrupting people, but it's pretty normal. But you're doing well, dude. For a new guy. I think you killed the agenda so far. The qualification stage you did pretty good in. You did even bond with the guy a little bit at first. Kind of came unraveled a little bit towards the end when you're trying to transition into the closing.
Mm.
Okay, and what I want to point out here is that in between you're qualifying or disqualifying this guy, the first two sections here, agenda and qualification questions, are all about you determining if this guy has a motivation level and what he needs in an offer. Okay.
Mm.
So do you know the answer to those two questions? What is his motivation level at this point?
Because he's kind of looking not in a rush. His motivation is probably a 5 or 4.
Okay. So if it's a 5 or a 4, what kind of offer is it that you're going to have to make that would entice this guy, you think?
I was going for lease option.
Okay. If it's a 5 or a 4, should we cross the line from qualification questions and go into closing? Should we go ahead and throw a Hail Mary like that and see if, he's a 4 or a 5, but you never know. Let's throw the ball and see if maybe it sticks.
That's what I was waiting for. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get him to do, is to dig a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
I was going to give him a couple more scenarios, but I don't want to let on too much. So
Right.
that's
Yeah.
where I thought you were going to go, Mag. Like you said, you were rolling along great. And then
Yeah.
I was just waiting to give up more information, but you just weren't quite digging deep enough. I mean, initially it was great, but I just wanted a little bit more because I was going to start going into my grandkids and my wife wanting to be closer, which is where it would hit hard. But you gotta ask, because I wasn't going to volunteer that right up front.
Right.
So,
Right.
in short, what I'm saying is if he's a 4 or 5, you need to either ask more questions and dig a little deeper to find out the motivation and what his reasons are and what he needs in an offer, or B, get off the phone because he's not really that great of a prospect here. One of the two, right?
Got it.
So, but we all like to go for the close anyway, and it's just kind of going to be a disappointment for us to go ahead and do that. I mean, because he's not going to say yes, most likely, because we haven't touched the right buttons along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we should have either got off the phone or asked more questions so we could touch the right buttons. And this is not a problem that you have, Mag. This is a problem that all of us have. Okay. We all do this. All right. There is a distinct line between the qualification and the closing. And if you don't know, don't cross that line. You know what I mean?
How would it, so I asked him the questions about, why, and then he told me it's because he's looking to downsize. How do we get more personal then?
Oh yeah, you're looking to downsize.
Well, I mentioned my grandkids.
Yeah. So you're downsizing. Does that mean you got empty nest, or what's going on with that? Oh, I'm about to go through that too. I've got kids. Or you know what? I don't have any kids, but you know what? I'm afraid my mom's going to go through something like that maybe, and they say that can be pretty rough. Are you going through anything like that, or is it rough? Or
okay.
See, I'm just building relationship a little bit, but I'm also figuring out what his real needs are here. Like what's making him want to get out of this house and downsize. What does downsize mean? You could just say it like that. What does downsize mean? He might tell you then, oh, well, downsize means, we live in a 3,000 square foot house and we want to buy an RV and we want to get a little tiny studio place and we just want to travel. Oh, wow. You want to travel? Man, have you guys been dreaming about doing that for years or what? Yeah, man, me and my wife have too. We've thought about it, but man, it sounds tough living on the road. Are you guys scared at all? No, you're not? Okay. Well, what happens if you can't sell this house? Does that poo-poo your dream? You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Okay. So once I know that this guy, I know his story, I know his motivation level, now I'm going to slip over into the closing. Okay.
I see.
We're kind of short on time today, and we got a good job, Mag. We got Dion requested to have a role today, and Don may want to play with us. He's new here. Thank you for coming today, Don, and Jerry and Harold and Greg and Joe and Arturo and Ed and John. And we got people watching and people in the VIP club. So let's switch up. Let's switch up roles and practice with a couple of other people. Is that okay, guys? Can we do that?
I'll go.
Greg wants to go with Dion. Dion and
Poor
Greg.
Dion, he had to go with me last time.
Oh yeah, that was fun. So if you want, you could be the seller this time. I was the seller last time. I mean, I was the buyer last time. So if you want to be the buyer this time, that's fine. Or
okay, if that's okay, yeah.
Let's hit it. Ring, ring.
Okay, fellas, let me see what y'all got. Let's go.
That was Ed.
Yeah, I'm back now, boy. I've been working through a lot of stuff, man. That's why I ain't been really involved like I should be. But
man, we've been missing you, dude.
Yeah. I'm back now, so let's go.
I don't know if you was heckling them or if you was his hype man, but
that's what it sounded like.
I just want to hear a good role play.
All right, let's do it.
I like it. Let's do it. Okay. Hey, no pressure. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hello, Dion. This is Greg Allen.
Hey, Greg, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Awesome.
Good, good. Listen, the reason I'm calling, you answered a text from us. You said that you were interested in possibly renting your house for sale. Is that house still for sale, Dion?
Yes, it is. It sure is.
Okay. Okay. Well, what I'd like to do is just talk to you for a few minutes. I need to just ask you some questions and find out more about the house, and uh, let you ask me questions that would be helpful to you. And Dion, let me let you know right up front that if you want to fire me, it's okay.
All right, sounds good.
Anytime you want to end this call, it's all right.
That was a good agenda.
Okay.
Good agenda. Good agenda. I liked it.
Dion, tell me something. I can see quite a bit of information on Zillow about the house. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? Fill in some gaps for me.
Sure, absolutely. What gaps do you need filled in?
Well, it looks like a great house. I'm just trying to figure out why you'd want to be selling this thing.
Well, actually, the reason I want to sell it, wife and I, we're looking to upgrade. You know, things have been going well for us, and we want to get into, you know, a bigger house, more amenities, you know, and things like that. So we're looking to upgrade.
Okay. Okay. So it's a real positive reason. You've lived there a while now. You just like something a little better.
Absolutely. This is the house that we bought when we first got married. We're a little bit different stage of our life now, so we're ready to move on up.
Oh, do you need more space? Maybe got more kids or something?
No, we got the same amount of kids. They just got bigger.
Takes bigger rooms and more of them, huh?
Right.
That's great. That's great. Well, as far as how badly you want to get out of the house, where would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? Are you really urgent about it? Or are you just kind of, nah, if it sells, whatever? Where would you say you are on that scale from 1 to 10?
My desire to sell it is a 10. My need to sell it is probably about a 3 or a 4. I mean, you know, we're not desperate to get out, but we want to. And, you know, we're willing to listen to any reasonable offers.
Right. So if I average those two, you're probably about a 6.5, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great. Well, I see here that the house is on the market for $275. Do you mind telling me how you arrived at that price?
Well, I had gone on Real Estate ABC, and then plus with the Zestimate on Zillow, and you know that's kind of where they both sell. On Real Estate ABC, there were a few homes that sold in the last couple months that were around that price, and you know I found my home to be about that. You know, as far as size and rooms and all of that.
So Real Estate ABC is using comparable sales or comparable sales prices?
Well, it's on comparable sales price. Only thing, I just be honest, the only thing I did is look for houses that had the same bedrooms, bathrooms, and you know, close to the same square footage. That's the way I did it.
And you took the selling price or the price they listed them for sale, not the price they necessarily sold for, right?
No, yeah, on Real Estate ABC, I used the sold price.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's helpful. That's helpful. Well, I tell you what, I do like the house. You know, you've definitely got a reason for moving. And I want to ask you, if I were to make you an offer today that was a good offer that you really liked, are you the only decision maker, Dion, or would you need to consult somebody else?
No, I would just, and if you and I came to an agreement, I would just, you know, kind of advise my wife as to which way we would be moving. So, you know, I definitely need to let her know about it, but you know, she trusts my judgment. So if I think it's a good deal, she'll go with it.
Sounds like you have a great wife, man.
I do. She's awesome.
Great. Okay. Well, let me just see if I understand this correctly. You've been in the house a while. Your needs have changed. The kids have grown a little bit. You need more space, and you like and you would like to get something nicer. Is that correct, Dion?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, good. Well, if I could give you a solution to this problem, if I could get you a scenario that would get you out of the house, is that something that you would be willing to do today if it's a good offer?
If it's a good offer, that's the part that we got to get to. So we need to get there first.
We're getting there, Dion. It's coming up. You ready?
What is it? Okay, what is he on a scale of 1 to 10? Because you wrapped up qualification questions. Now notice, guys, he's only been on the phone with him maybe 5 minutes. Okay. He's a brown belt. He's not a black belt yet. Black belt could do this in 3 minutes. He's brown belt. He's at 5. I'm just playing with you. I'm playing with you, Greg. You're doing great, man. But
no, I know I'm probably not even brown belt. That's okay.
no. That's you definitely are, man. You're
One
doing great.
thing, I love the rapport that you build. You're more comfortable than me when I talk to sellers sometimes. When you threw that 1 to 10 scenario, as far as how from 1 to 10, how comfortable are you? Like, are you ready to sell right now, being a 10 or a 1? When they say like a 3, instead of just going into something else, asking, whoa, why so high? It sounds like I know you want to sell, but it sounds like you love this place. Why are you so high as far as ready to go? That throws a curveball.
I would
people say, why so low? But when you throw it backwards, well, why so high? I thought you were a 1. You were about to hang up with me.
That's a great idea. That would have worked too, Arturo. What Greg did, it's not that it didn't work. It did work. But yeah, I thought of a different scenario too when he did this. Yours was a great idea, Arturo, but I thought of this one when he said, oh yeah, I'm a 3 on the need to sell scale of 1 to 10, which we haven't ever heard anybody ask that question before, Greg. That was a real interesting twist for us today, man. It's kind of a cool one. So I thought when he said 3, I thought, well, why? So then why not just keep it as a rental?
Yeah, see, now you're not guessing they need to sell because you let them tell you where it's at.
Yeah. Why not keep it as a rental then? Oh, well, blah, blah. Okay. So he's not really a freaking 3 then. Right. Yeah. So a couple different directions you could have went, but where you did go is good. So where is he really literally, since you decided to move from qualification questions into the closing section, where is he on the scale of 1 to 10? Because you should know by now, and you should know what kind of offer he needs, right?
Yes.
What are the answers to those 2 questions?
And you're asking me, right?
Yeah, Greg.
Okay. I'd say at best he's a 5. And I would say with his need to sell or his lack of need to sell, probably the way I would be going is lease option.
I agree with you on the lease option. It would be okay to pitch that. I'm not sure I agree with the 5 on the scale of 1 to 10. What say you, Dion?
I would probably be more on the lower end. I'm probably under a 5 because I told him I want to sell it. I said my desire to sell it is a 10, but my need to sell it is about a 3. I don't need to sell it. I just want to. So in other words, I'm not desperate to sell it. That's the point I was trying to convey.
Okay, so is it safe to say he does not have a need to sell?
We may have to fire you, Dion.
Well, wait a minute. Before you fire him, does he have a greed to sell? Do you understand the difference between a need and a greed? Maybe perhaps your offer can satisfy his greed since he lacks the need.
Mhm.
Okay. So you have to ask that, maybe you can. Can you? I don't know. Let's talk about it. Dion, what do you think? Could he appeal to your need? I mean, he can't appeal to your need. You ain't got one. Can he appeal to a greed in you and somehow solve or satisfy that greed with an offer, or should he fire you? You tell us, you're the homeowner.
You know what? Honestly, I think that he should figure out, maybe ask me if there's some cash price that I'd be willing to walk away with. Because he doesn't know how much I owe on the house. He doesn't know what my payments are, because he hasn't found a pain point for me yet, or if I even have a pain point.
Yeah.
What do you think, Greg?
No, I think he's right.
So what do you do?
I'm just trying to think of how to get to the greed angle. I'm trying to construct a question.
It would have been found in the money part of the qualification section, right? Since in the why, he was like, no, I don't need to sell and all this. Okay, then what are you needing to get for it money wise, right? And then when he comes out with that, you'll probably start seeing some greeds. But I can't recall what he said on the money question. I was looking for hearts and check marks.
We didn't, as far as money, we really didn't get much into it. All we talked about was the price that I had it listed for and how I came up with that price. Those are the two things that we discussed.
Mostly what.
So a little weak on the money side. In other words, if you'd have found the money question a little bit differently, turn the screw a little bit more, it would have played out maybe differently. You're saying, Dion?
Well, yeah, because at this point, I mean, the only thing he could do is throw me every pitch he's got, because he doesn't know anything yet. So he has to try to throw me his curveball, his slider, his fastball, and see which one I'm going to swing at.
Interesting. Does anybody else have any comments on this role play? Nobody? Okay. Greg, you did good. I would not have been offended if you fired the guy, though. Okay.
Yeah. I think that if I was close, I thought you were actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
And actually, if I had asked him, if I had said, well, it sounds to me like you don't have a real burning need to move this property. I guess maybe we should just move on or not. Would that be a way to do that or not?
Yeah. Mr. Homeowner, I don't think this, I told you could tell me no if I'm not a good fit, but honestly, I don't think you're going to be a good fit for me. You're asking this much money for this property. As an investor, how would I make money?
Is that for me to worry about?
Well, I understand your point, Mr. Homeowner. I don't think I can give you cash today for sure, but here's what I think I could do. Let's see. Well, wait a minute. I can give you full price. If I were able to make the offer full price and ask you to rent it to me for 24 months in the meantime, would that be something we could talk about, or is this over?
No, that probably wouldn't work for us, as we would be looking, if in our sale, we'd be looking to use a portion of the proceeds to buy our next home.
Oh, okay. How much cash are you needing to have?
To go into the next place, probably about 60 grand.
Ooh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Homeowner, I don't think this is going to be a good fit for me. I wish it was, but it's not, unfortunately. And, if something changes, maybe it would be, but I just don't see a way today. Would you feel comfortable with me just saying that this is over today, or did you have any other ideas maybe?
No, if you know, sometimes things just, you know, it's just not a good fit, you know, in terms of what I need and what you need, and it's okay.
Yep.
I appreciate you calling.
Yep. Have a great day. Thank you.
You as well.
That's how I fire one. Okay. If you want to know how to fire one, that's how I fire them. Pretty much like that. You see, I'm still kind of dangling the carrot out there in hopes that maybe when I say, is this over? He'll say, well, you know, I don't know. Let me talk to the wife. You know, I've had that happen too.
Yeah. Actually, he fired himself, right?
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. So firing a prospect is your duty. Remember, 30 leads to get a deal. So that means 29 times you have to fire these people. So get comfortable with it. I'm glad that we're practicing that. Now, hopefully you're practicing this, guys, and getting into a place where you can do the agenda and the qualification section in 3 minutes or so or less. Okay. Let's role play one more time. I want to role play. Can I role play? Let's just do the qualification, the agenda and qualification section. We got 3 minutes. Anybody want to be a homeowner?
The seller.
I don't want to steal
I'll be the
anybody.
seller.
Okay, you want to be the seller? Okay.
Yeah.
Ring, ring. Hello, hello, hello. Say hello.
Hello.
Hey, this is Justin. Is this the owner of 123 Apple Cart Way?
Oh, wow. Oh, that's out of the blue. How'd you get my number?
Google, I think.
Google.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I need to get that. But yeah, I am the owner. What's going on, man?
Yeah. Me and my partners are investors in the area, and we're looking to pick up a deal on a property today. And we saw this one. We're interested in it, man. And we wanted to call you and ask you a few questions about it. Let you ask us a few questions and see if maybe, you know, us buying it from you is a good fit. Does that sound okay?
Sounds fair.
Okay, great. You don't live in the property, do you?
I do.
Okay. How long you been there, man?
I think I'm going on 7 years. I think I bought it through a mortgage around 7 years ago. So yeah,
wow.
7 years.
7 years. That's like home, man. Why not live there another 7 years? It looks like a great place.
Oh, it's been a nightmare. With plumbing work, with electrical work, roofing issues. I didn't get an inspection when I bought it, so again, It's been a nightmare.
Oh my gosh! So how you making it in there with the lights flickering on and off? Is that what's going on? What's happening?
Yeah, you should ask my wife. She's the one that gets more upset at me. I get it every single morning.
You sure it's not a ghost or something, right?
I wish it was.
Well, how much money is it going to cost to fix all that stuff?
More than I can handle.
Have you ever got any estimates on it or anything like that?
I think roughly around 30 to 40,000.
Okay, 30 to 40,000. All right. And what is the house worth, and what do you got to have out of it, man? What are you trying to do?
Well, I owe like 100.
Okay.
Okay. And the house is worth probably, let's say maybe like 120, 130.
Ooh, okay. So you owe 100 and it's worth 120 and it needs about 30 to 40 in work. Ooh.
Exactly.
Ooh. Have you tried listing it with a realtor?
I have once, but it actually fell out of contract because of the inspection didn't pass. Remember the electrical issues that I'm telling you about?
Yeah. Well, so that's off the table. Then what about renting it? You couldn't really rent it either, could you?
No, I can't afford to go anywhere else.
Can't afford to go anywhere else, huh? Well, probably couldn't have a renter in there if it's got these problems, right? Maybe not allowed.
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. So, when are you trying to do something like today or this month, next year?
Well, again, you call me. I'm ready to go. If you can make a solution work for me where I can go on to my next house, you pay the mortgage, I get a little money to walk away, put a down payment on another house. Again, if you can satisfy all that within the next 20 days, I'm ready to go. Like I'm telling you, this house has been a nightmare.
Okay, you want me to buy the nightmare house from you today? I'm all about that. Are you the only person that makes the decision, or is somebody else on the deed, or you know?
It's only me.
Okay, cool. So I'll tell you what I'm going to have to do. Okay, just time out. I've wrapped up the agenda and I've wrapped up the qualification questions. Okay, I should know what his motivation is, what his motivation level is, and I should know what kind of offer to make this guy, or I will have to do this. Okay, man, here's what I need to do. I think I got pretty much all the info that I need from you. I'm going to have to take a call, and I want to do some research on this a little bit, and I want to call you back and make an offer. If I call you back at 3:30 with an offer, is that something you want to pick up the phone and talk about?
Yeah, definitely. I will.
Okay. And if at 3:30 when we talk, if it's something that you're comfortable with, you're down with going into business with me today, right?
If you can satisfy what I just said earlier, yes, I'm definitely ready to go.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. We'll talk again at 3:30. Thank you. Bye-bye. Click. Okay. Why did I do that? Somebody tell me.
He's already he's a 10. You just got to satisfy his needs. I mean, that was a good scenario at Ace Gate.
Yeah. He's motivated, about as motivated as you can be, but I have no clue what I'm going to offer this guy.
Right.
Exactly. I'm thinking there's no way to make this deal work. So yeah.
So I'm going to have to get off the phone and do a bit of thinking here. Maybe I got to go to the VIP Facebook page and I got to put the scenario in there, and I got to ask some of my partners, hey, what would I do here? Okay.
Right.
Believe me, this is what I do. I have to do this too, because I run into scenarios where I'm like, holy shit, I don't know what to do with this guy. He's motivated, but man, these numbers are crazy. He owes 100. It's worth 120, but it needs 40K in work, which I wouldn't be surprised knowing homeowners that it don't need 45K. He said 30 to 40, but I bet it needs 45.
Yeah, he way upside down.
Yeah. So I don't know if I can.
And how much money did he say he needed?
He needs some walking away money, like 10K in his pocket. See, this deal is
all down payment.
Yeah.
What would it rent for?
He would be open to a creative solution, but man, how do you make a creative deal work on this one? How do you make an ugly house deal work on this one? I don't know. I'll have to think.
The way that I am thinking about is getting the deed on the property, not a lease option, but basically an owner finance to and then buyer buying it as is and letting the mortgage ride.
Or could you do a subject to give them 10 grand and walk away and it's yours?
Yeah, sub 2 owner wrap. And then letting it ride for the 17 years. You make a little bit of, you probably ask 20K down, 10 to the seller, or maybe 5 to the seller, 15 to you. So you get cash and you get paid there. And then you ride the difference. Usually that mortgage is probably going to be around 700. So you can do the wrap around 1,200. So the difference of cash was yours. And again, the buyer is going to buy it as is, where it is, no repairs, no warranties.
Yeah.
How about?
And there will be a lot. I bet you there's a lot. The people that will buy that deal will be a bunch of handymans that have bad credit.
Right. You could flip it to a guy like that wants to live there, that can do the work himself. Little sweat equity, little elbow grease money. Okay, maybe. Okay, this is not a pretty deal though. Okay, this is not a pretty house, nice scenario, clean cut. But this is,
that's the ARV 120.
ARV 120.
It's probably worth around 140-ish. The reason why I'm telling you, I just got that call earlier. So
I knew it sounded like a deal that you was going through already.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna get that deal like that. I'll probably give him 3K.
Yeah.
And I'll get the deed.
Yeah. and then find you a nice, honestly, typically they're Mexican families from Mexico. They'll come in and they'll do all kinds of shit to them houses, and they'll make them nice. Yeah.
And the only way this will work is if he allows me to ride the whole, I think there's 24 years on the mortgage. So
yeah,
literally ride the whole 24 years.
You'll
No balloon,
really
no
long
nothing.
term.
Yep.
Really long term. Yep. That's right. Well, that'll work then, guys. That's cool. I'm glad. See, that's the power of the VIP.
Right. Yep.
We think about it, we talk about it, we work it out. Yep. So there's a way to make money on that deal. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that one to the table today, Arturo. That was nice.
Definitely.
Good job, everybody. We've been here a little over an hour. I think we probably ought to wrap it up for the day. Anybody have any last things they want to share, or any last things they want to role play real quick before we call off?
Hey, Justin, I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, so when you're talking to the homeowner, do you kind of tip them off at all that you have prop stream, you kind of know what the balance is, you kind of know the answers already? Do you kind of go there, or do they feel like that's like, how do you know all that about me? Do they get spooked?
No, not really. Like he said in that one role play, how'd you get my number? I said, I don't know, Google. I could have said, I don't know, my friend gave it to me. He knows I buy properties. I'm not sure where he got it. I don't know.
Right.
We live in a digital world, and I am a digital girl. So,
Yeah.
That's just
me myself. I don't even know why people ask that anyway.
Yeah, it's silly.
Yeah.
But I do have PropStream. I do have these tools that let me know. But what I'm asking when I ask the money question is what is the property worth, and what are you asking for the property? And I want to know if there's a big difference there, okay, and why there's a big difference, or if he's asking what he thinks the property's worth. Now, if I look on PropStream and it says the property's worth $350, but he's asking $475, and I've seen it, okay, I have little choice but to say, hey, man, I'm kind of confused here. We're talking about some of these numbers, and from what I look like here on these comparables and the MLS stuff, it looks to me like the house is worth about $350, and you're asking $475. Do I sound crazy?
Right.
Like what? And then I've heard them say, oh, well, no, because I'm looking to sell it to somebody that wants to buy it and do Airbnb, so I'm gonna sell it, make more money. Some real crazy shit.
Right. You count your pocket.
I'm probably going to disqualify that guy and get off the phone. That's the same kind of guy who's like, yeah, I'll totally do a creative deal with you. Sure. That's why I said yes in the text. Okay. Well, what do you mean by creative? Well, I was thinking about doing offering you full price here. We could do, maybe 2 years of rent before. Yeah, I'd do that 50% down. Like, oh, okay, whatever. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll get your 50% right after I get done building my rocket that flies to Pluto.
One thing that I've noticed that helps everybody here, Zillow did an update that it now shows the cost of selling a property. It shows commission, repairs,
cool.
holding cost, closing title. So now the sellers know when they list with an agent, you might list it for 100. You're probably gonna be netting 80.
Yeah.
So if I can save you the time and save you the carrying cost and save you all this commission, can I get it for 60?
Yeah.
When does Zillow do that? I ain't watched Zillow.
This just happened probably like a week ago. I just noticed it, and I threw it to a seller earlier today. Oh, you have it listed? Okay. Oh, do you notice more or less how much you're gonna pay for closing? It's gonna be around 18K. He's like, what? He's like, yeah, go to Zillow real quick. And yeah, again, you add the carrying costs, mortgage, light, water, 6% commission. And I was like, every buyer's want to get a discount, at least 2%. And then you got the inspections, you got the appraisal, you got a title policy, all that gonna be added up to around probably 20K out of where you're gonna sell it at. So now they're knowing. Not just because sometimes they do know, but they don't realize it. But now they see it on a Zillow platform that shows you, oh yeah, wow. But selling like that, I'm gonna lose this much money. yeah, maybe I can just sell it to an investor and save the hassle. Open houses, contracts that fall, inspections, appraisals.
Mhm.
So that's something that I love that Cyril did, and it just happened like a week ago.
What he's talking about has been referred to before as the justified offer. In other words, hey, this is what our offer is, and this is why. Because if you were to sell it through a realtor, they would probably offer 10% less than asking, and then you're going to accept that offer, and then there's commissions, and then there's closing costs, and then there's this and that. And so here's really what you'd be netting, and then look at our offer here. I can save you all the problems and close in 10 days. Okay, this is a great ugly house technique. Great. And we have the paperwork for that here too, guys. We teach that here. We just don't talk about it very much. Great ideas. Anybody need anything? Anybody want to say anything before we call off? I appreciate you guys. Did I cut somebody off? Okay. All right. Hey, you guys have a blessed rest of your day. Thank you for coming, Don, Harold, Greg, Ed, Jerry, Arturo, Mag, Dion, Joe, John, and like a whole bunch of other people that are out there in the VIP watching. Hey, appreciate you guys. Have a good weekend. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time. We'll have just a Q&A. We have Chris Harper coming on. He's a VIP member just like us. Okay. He's not like a coach or a guru, but he's going to come on. We're going to talk about doing some jumbo deals, and he's found some jumbo leads. He wants to talk about it. So come join us. Okay. Bye-bye.
Cool. Okay. Thanks.